The Huey Cam. Featuring the best of Lamont and Tonelli on 107.7 The Bone.
On a Do You Favor Thursday, and doing us the favor this morning because we have Jon Lovitz in the studio. Jon, how you doing?
Great, thank you.
And you are playing at the Improv in San Jose. They're working your ass off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing a show tonight at 8 o'clock and Friday at 8 and 10, and then Saturday 7 and 9 and Sunday at 7.
When aren't you working there?
Yeah, no kidding.
Right now.
Hey, Jon, we understand. We're getting reports that you're like a regular at the Playboy Mansion. What's up with those reports?
Well, I think any guy, if he had an opportunity to go up there regularly, he would, and I have that opportunity, so I do. But Hugh Hefner, he's the nicest guy in the world. But I'll go like on Sundays. They show movies, and so I'll go up there on Sundays, and it's nice. It's not like it was in the 70s.
It's not?
When it was at its heyday. No. I wish it was.
So you just go and watch movies?
Yeah. And I go to the parties that they have. It's a lot of fun.
Do his wives hit on you?
His wife?
Yeah. His three girlfriends? His three girlfriends?
No, but they're all very nice girls. I know them all. And they're all very nice. Although it's a big change. They're all gone.
Yeah.
He's got new ones.
So now that they're on the loose, which one would you like to do?
You're very funny.
Now I'm expecting to hear the pathological liar come out here.
I can't really answer that question.
Hey,
Yes.
dude,
Here's a little prop in your thing.
Yeah. That's Sully's whistle.
You're not going to blow the whistle, are you?
Yeah.
Or you want
No.
me to? Okay.
No, you don't. Prefer let's just not blow anything. Eh?
Always a good idea.
Are you good friends with Adam Sandler?
Yeah, Adam. I met him. He was doing stand-up at the Improv in Los Angeles, and all the other comedians. I mean, they were funny, but they're very loud. And then he gets up there, and he was very, very quiet and different, and it was like he wasn't even trying. But it was ridiculous what he was saying, and it was very, very funny. So I went up to him and I just said, "Yeah, I just thought you were hilarious." And then a few months later, or not long after that, I was leaving Saturday Night Live, and they hired him, I think, basically to replace me. So I said, "Hey, you want me to tell you how the show works?" He goes, "All right." So we sat down for about an hour, and I, told him, and he's just been great to me ever since. And he would be on the show. He did Opera Man, and I remember thinking, "Oh, I wish I would have thought of that." And, and I told him, he goes, "Well, you want to do it with me?" I go, "You're kidding! You let me do it with you?" He goes, "Yeah." And when I was on the show, they didn't want you in their stuff.
Yeah.
But he's always been very generous. He's put me in so many of his movies, and he's just a great guy.
And the reason I bring that up, because you've been in many of his movies, and I know we had Norm Macdonald in a while back, and he said whenever he gets a call from Adam Sandler, it's always like a ridiculous thing in his movie. What's the most ridiculous thing Adam Sandler's ever asked you to do?
Oh, well, the movie Little Nicky. I'm a peeping Tom, and I fall out of a tree. I end up in hell, and I get raped by a giant bird. Now, how do you say no to a part like that?
Right up your alley.
Literally.
He was typecasting you.
Yeah.
So
It was fun.
So if you were to have a movie, what weird thing would you ask him to do?
Oh, I don't know. I guess the same thing in reverse.
He'd be doing a bird?
He'd be raped by a bird, and then it would just push so hard it'd push him back up into heaven.
Write that one down.
We're going to make a movie.
I may be pitching that one.
Adam is he's so loyal to his friends.
Right.
He's unbelievable. And he didn't have to do, he'd have to give me any parts, and he just always does. And he goes, "Well, I think you're great too." And I don't just do it to be nice, but that is a huge part of it. He is a super nice guy.
Now, you were famous for doing so many different characters on Saturday Night Live. Did you have any favorite ones that you preferred doing over some of the others?
Yeah, I like doing Master Thespian and because it was about acting, which I was really into, and not so much anymore.
Boy, your career took a left-hand turn somewhere.
Yeah.
After the bird.
Well, I like it, but I love it, but it's just getting parts. It just keeps getting harder. So it's like banging your head against the wall. And I feel like, forget it. I'll do something else. I started doing stand-up, and also liked Harvey Fierstein. That was a lot of fun, but he didn't like it. He came in and complained about it.
Oh, really? What did he say?
What did he say?
He goes, you say I'm not attractive. Well, I have been in a relationship for a year and a half with a boy, and he's like 6'4" and blonde curly hair, and well, anyway. So. But I mean, I was making fun of him, but he didn't like it. But he wanted to host the show. But he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And I said, look, I think you're very talented, and you're fun to play, and I'm giving you a lot of publicity. He goes, I don't need that kind of press, because you're getting more famous as me than me. And it would only made him. It would have made him huge. And I also, the whole thing I was saying, which was, I'd have him say, I'm gay and there's nothing wrong with that, and then little kids were repeating it. So I thought, well, it is making fun of it, but at the same time, it's actually helping gay rights. If you have people constantly saying I'm gay and there's nothing wrong with that, how is that a bad thing for gay people? It isn't.
Yeah.
And I played the guy so that he was really funny and likable and heartwarming, so that I think it would have helped, gay rights would have, because they would have gone like, yeah, he's just a person. People, it would have like slammed it through people's heads, and kids were imitating, little kids.
Yeah.
Well, at what point did it sound like a good idea when you first did Harvey Fierstein, though? I mean, what made you?
Oh, right away.
Say, hey, we'll do Harvey Fierstein
Right away.
Well, it's the story. Penny Marshall, she used to hang out at the show all the time, and she befriended me, and she lived in Los Angeles. So she goes, where are you going to live during the summer? I go, I don't know. She goes, well, you can stay at my house if you want. I was like, I can, yes.
Wow.
Because she had a giant house. She has a huge house. Mm-hmm. And it was like living in a mansion for free. I'm like, I'll do it. So she let me stay there. So anyway, I was reading the newspaper it's in the LA Times, the calendar section, which is about all the movies and articles. And there was an interview with Harvey Fierstein. So in the interview, he goes, I'd seen him on some TV movie, and then in the interview he goes, I just want a man to wrap his arms around me and hold me. Is that so wrong? So I freaked out. I'm like, to be honest, but I just thought it was funny. And then, then I just want 300 gerbils to live me for years. And I just would go off on it. I just took it. I just want to be the first astronaut in space. Gay astronaut in space. The first gay astronaut in space. I'm completely nude. Sans the helmet. And as I'm floating by, it's a quarter moon. And the tip reaches out and gently hooks me in the ass. That's the stuff I never did on the show.
You got me joking.
I'm floating along. There's a meteorite shower, and it slams me in the ass. Is that wrong? So it's in fantasy. I just want to climb up on a ladder and slide down a tower of pickle. And they come out of my ears chopped and ready for salad. Is that so wrong? So that's how I came up with it.
That didn't really pass muster.
No. Well, I changed it to,
yeah.
I just want to be loved. Is that so wrong? Which I think what he was saying is he wanted a man to wrap his arms around him and hold him. Is that so wrong? No, it's not wrong if you're gay. It's not so wrong. Or if it's your father. But he's he's a very talented person.
Right.
He's very talented.
Yeah.
He's very funny. Very he's got a big, colorful personality, and it's fun. It's fun to imitate.